to hike the minimum wage at the federal level to $15 an hour. Dan Geltrude on that, Geltrude & Company founder. It's a great read of the markets. He's an accountant by training, so unlike many in Congress, he's very well aware of money that goes in and money that goes out. Dan, very good to see you. Let's say he gets his wish and that is up to $15. Now, you and I already know in a lot of areas, just to compete with the available talent, it's already there or close to it. But this becomes now the new federal standard from which I'm sure those wages would rise furthermore. What do you think?
This is being sold, Neil, as an emotional issue as opposed to one based upon merit. And the reason I say that is because when you're going to raise the minimum wage, and let's say you could have someone making $7.50 and you're going to go to $15 an hour, you are now doubling the cost for that employer for that employee. Now, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It's a tax on the employer. It's something they now have to pay that they didn't have to before, and it doesn't achieve the desired outcome, which is to give people a basic living that they could survive on. But it's going to cause inflation because companies are not going to be able just to absorb their wages doubling and say that's okay. No, they're going to pass that cost along to the ultimate purchasers of the product. That means prices go up. And who does that hurt the most? It's the lowest wage earners.
All right, but still in a lot of the cities that have experimented with these higher wages, obviously to compete for talent, we've not seen inflation rear its ugly head. Maybe that could happen. Furthermore, Janet Yellen, in her confirmation hearing to become the next Treasury Secretary, says that she sees minimal job losses from a $15 minimum wage. What do you say?
Well, I don't agree with that, Neil. And let's look at what the jobless number was today at 900,000. I think there's a combination of things that are going on here. I think employers are looking at technology to either replace or at least reduce workers. And now when you're going to add to that an increase in the cost for humans, they're going to look to artificial intelligence to replace those workers. It's just that simple. The pandemic has shown us that companies are willing to adapt to the environment to be able to survive.
So real quickly, Dan, some of the economic matters that Joe Biden has addressed, it's still day one of the full day of his presidency. What do you think thus far? Markets seem to like the tone, the tenor. What about you?
Well, markets like the tenor, but that's also skewed towards big tech, right, Neil? And big tech is doing great in this environment because, as we just said, if technology is being used to replace workers, that's a great thing for them. And not only that, you could see how they are pandering to the Biden administration because they don't want to be broken up. Amazon saying they're going to distribute vaccines. So I think the market's a little bit skewed by the power of big tech. If we look beyond that, I'm not so sure the picture is as rosy.
Interesting. All right, Dan, thank you very much. Dan Geltrude, following all of that, all the market averages are up right now.